Welcome to Inside Shakeology, your destination for all things Shakeology news, updates, and information. I'm Sandy Buadana from Team Beachbody.
Hey, and I'm Darin Olien, the formulator and co-creator of Shakeology, and we are going to attack some questions today.
And the holiday season is now upon us. So we have brought into the studio with us today Autumn Calabrese.
Hello.
Thank you, Autumn.
Yes, thanks for having me back.
We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun today, and we're going to be talking about how to kick off the holiday season right. So, how do you enjoy the food, fun, celebrating of the holiday season without packing on the pounds?
That's a good question, isn't it?
Great question.
Well, I'm going to ask Autumn first.
I have several ways of doing it, obviously depending on which holiday we're at. But the biggest thing for me is I stay really focused on my nutrition. So I enjoy that day, but I don't enjoy that week, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like if it's Thanksgiving, I enjoy Thanksgiving Day, but I don't enjoy Thanksgiving Monday through Friday that week. You know, or if it's Christmas Day, I enjoy the food that day, but I don't enjoy it for the week to come after it. So that's one big thing.
So you don't milk it?
No, you don't milk it, and I make sure that my workouts are still getting done. I know there's food and family and friends and all of that, but
But
prioritize.
do you typically eat a little bit more around the holidays? I mean, you're invited a lot more places.
It's not that I eat more. There might be more foods that I wouldn't typically eat, but I'm very aware. So like if I'm going to a holiday party, I know that I'm going to have a cocktail that night probably, okay? I know that there's not going to be the healthiest of choices of food at a lot of places I go. People just don't necessarily eat as clean as I do. So what do I do with that? I make sure that I'm super clean during the day. I make sure I've gotten my workout in. I watch my portions. I use my color-coded containers. I make sure I save a yellow container for that cocktail that I'm going to have. So I don't restrict myself, but I'm very aware of what I'm going to have, and I don't overindulge either. I don't need to have 5 cocktails. I don't need to have 4 different desserts. I don't have to sample the entire dessert buffet. I'm gonna
You're very clear. I mean, you're very clear. Like everyone, we all know it's the holiday, right? So it's important not to indulge.
Yeah, it's not about being gluttonous. I think that's the biggest thing. Enjoying the food and the fun of the holidays doesn't mean being gluttonous. There's nothing fun about that. There's nothing fun about waking up the next day and being swollen from salt and raging headache from drinking too
Food
much
coma,
and nauseous.
for sure.
Yeah, like there's nothing fun about that. I don't want any part of that. So I want to
Exactly.
enjoy the little bit of it and wake up and feel really good the next day.
And I think that's key too, because it's like waking up feeling bad. So then all of a sudden it wrecks the next day or the next, and it's like, it's just not worth it at a certain
It just
point.
adds up.
So really preparing is key.
And so how does Shakeology fit into that picture?
Well, I mean, gosh, the
Overindulging.
easy thing is, like Autumn was saying, with a party. If you're going to a party, if I'm going to a party and if I couldn't eat my own meal, if it was early or something, I'll take Shakeology and fill my stomach before I'm kind of, at the urges of hunger. And I think, like Autumn said, I just, we just get the workouts in and prepare ahead of time, so it doesn't become a big deal.
And you do take your Shakeology with you, like if you're gonna go somewhere, or you make sure you've gotten that in, like Darin said, either to fill your stomach before you go or to bring it with you. Curb your cravings when you're there, when everybody else is downing, chocolate this and chocolate that. So make yourself your Shakeology. Don't be embarrassed.
Aren't you Italian?
I am.
Okay, so culturally, I mean, usually at these events, they're pushing pie, they're pushing
Let me say
food
this,
and-
yes. I come from the biggest Italian family. Like 30 of us is a small family affair. And I am probably the most in shape in the family. And I can't tell you how many times I sat there with people sort of knocking me for like, you eat like a bird, or why aren't you having this, or like you're too skinny.
Live a little.
Yeah, like my grandma and my dad were notorious
like
for
you're
it.
insulting them.
But yes, literally. And it's just one of those things, because I get this a lot. People say it a lot. They're like, oh my God, my family and the pressure and the da-da-da. And that is where you just have to be so firm in who you are and what your belief is and what is good for your body. And you kind of just have to tune the noise out and be like, I'm here to see you. I'm not here to eat 5 pounds of lasagna. Let's not have this argument. Let's just enjoy each other's company, and you do you, and I'm going to do me, and I'm going to feel really good, and you're going to feel like crap.
Exactly. And I think the more you own that, all those other kind of squawkers,
Yes.
those people that want you to kind of live the way they live, they just kind of go away
Right.
at a certain point, because that is living, I think, when you're convicted to yourself and what you want, and staying true to yourself,
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
said. I mean, that's living, I think, and it's easy to blow that off.
Okay, you just finished your big Thanksgiving dinner, and one of the biggest problems to add to the holiday weight gain early on is those Thanksgiving leftovers. So,
yeah.
how do you both handle leftover food? Darin, let's start with you.
Well, it depends on what it is.
Okay.
Like, if I created it, I'm definitely going to stuff my fridge with as many wonderful, healthy leftovers as possible. But I also I love giving people food.
Great.
And healthy desserts and whatnot. But if I'm at a party and someone's giving me leftover, 99.9% of the time, I'm probably not going to take it.
Okay.
Because I know that I probably won't eat it, nor do I want it. So
Okay.
that's me.
So, Autumn, what about you?
I think I have a very similar approach. If I've cooked it, well, first of all, when I cook it, I actually do still cook the Thanksgiving like traditional turkey and stuffing and things like that. I'll cook it healthier than I learned how to cook it.
Okay.
But it's still the traditional foods that you would think of. So I do one of two things. I either send the leftovers home with everybody. I don't want it in my refrigerator at all.
Okay.
The only thing I do like to keep is a little bit of turkey.
Yeah.
And I do a really awesome turkey chili.
Ooh.
So I'll turn that into a turkey chili, and
That
that
sounds
recipe
good.
is actually in Fix 8. But for the most part, I send everything away. I don't want the leftovers. And same thing, if I'm at somebody else's house, I'm not taking anything home. I
Okay.
might want to, but I'm not going to.
So, guys, what would you say to someone who's fallen off track with their nutrition or even with their exercise during the holidays? What advice do you have for them, Autumn?
I tell people to start where they stand.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that, like this is where you're at. You fell off. There's nothing you can do about that. It's in the past. So let's not dwell on it, but let's get
Okay.
started right now. Like, we're not waiting till tomorrow. We're not saying next week. You're going to start right now. So that means you're going to go and you're going to either put in that DVD or you're going to turn on BOD and you're going to push play and you're going to get that first workout in and you're going to take out your containers and you're going to start eating healthy and you're going to make sure you're getting that Shakeology back into your body and loading your body up with that superfood nutrition. That's basically it. Like I said, when you fall off, you have to just get back up and
Exactly.
start again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just start.
And it's that simple. And I think people get into the paralyzation. They get paralyzed by, oh my God, now what? I didn't follow the 60-day plan or whatever, and now I'm disrupted, so it doesn't matter. And it's like, and that's not true. It is moment to moment, day to day, week to week.
What you said, though, is so important because I get that question a lot. Like, somebody will be doing 21-day fix or fix extreme, and they'll be like, oh my God, I had a bad day of nutrition today.
Yeah.
Do I start all over? And I'm
Right.
like, but no, you don't start all
It's
over.
probably
Like,
because people are programmed.
Forgive yourself, move on.
yes.
People are programmed with medicine. It's like if you skip your medication, do you take 2 the next day?
Right.
And it's like
And it's
with
like,
nutrition
no.
and health, it's like just do it.
Yeah, even with your workout program, you don't have to go back to the beginning. You don't punish yourself and say, I have to go start on, even though I was on day 18, I'm going to go back to day 1 because I screwed up one day. Whatever, we're not perfect. You're not supposed to be perfect. So today wasn't a great day. Get back on tomorrow and keep going. Like, that's just life.
It's a weird thing that people always want to. I mean, we all do. We want to follow things perfectly.
Right.
We live into this delusion of perfectionism, and it's just simply not true. And I'm sure people do that with you all the time, Autumn. Like, you never screw up. Everything's perfect all the time. Your
Yeah.
body never bloats. It's never, you know what I mean? And
No, I do. I get it a lot. If I post a photo without, I got berated on Instagram.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
For
yeah.
not, like, you don't look the same. And I was like, but I shouldn't look the same on
Yeah.
set as I do in normal life. I'm
Yeah.
not all done up.
Right.
Like, but you're not perfect. I'm not perfect.
Exactly.
I'm never trying to be perfect. We're striving for progress, not perfection. And so you don't beat yourself up about it. You
Great.
just move forward.
Great. Thank
Exactly.
you. Okay. I love dessert. Yay.
Yum.
Nice desserts.
The
We
holiday
all love 'em.
season. I want some favorite recipes. Who's got some?
boy.
I brought mine.
Oh, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Chocolate peanut butter cups.
Come on,
They're
you
made
bought
with
those.
Shakeology. I did not. I made them. I
You
swear.
made 'em.
I did.
Okay,
Let's
what's
see
in
your
them?
hands.
right? My calluses.
gosh.
It's unrefined coconut oil, peanut butter, vegan chocolate Shakeology, and water. Super
my
simple.
That's easy.
And then
Yeah.
so you mix them up. And
You mix them
then-
up, you throw them in the freezer for 30 minutes, and they're good to go.
Oh, yum. So
Right
you eat them
on.
cold.
You eat them cold. Dom loves them. They're so good. They're just like one of those
Wow.
things that totally like. I love peanut butter and chocolate, so it
Yep.
like absolutely curbs.
Oh, that
That's a
looks
favorite.
So
Yep.
good. And it's even got the little ruffled edges. That's
yeah,
awesome.
did them in the wrappers.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, I got
Yeah, what do you got?
very simple, but who doesn't love
What?
pudding?
Elegant.
Come on.
You didn't make it.
Elegant.
For
Too
sure.
pretty.
Well, I
Wow.
might have had help with the little.
The
little
dollop.
swoop there.
Okay.
So this is chocolate vegan Shakeology. Of course, I like the vegan. And then you have avocado, and people may go, ooh, avocado. And then banana and almond milk. And I tell you what, when you use avocado, it just blends in.
So
and you don't-
creamy.
Smooth.
It makes the cream. I mean, I'm telling you, no guilt, delicious, consistency, yummy. I'm
gonna trade you a peanut butter cup for a
Oh, for
bite of
sure.
your
For sure.
mousse.
Okay, we're
sure.
going to taste all of these. So
do
I
you got?
brought
What do you got?
something too, and that's
Oh my
pumpkin
gosh.
spice balls.
Yum.
Wow.
Yeah,
Pumpkin
these
spice
were
ball.
very easy. All they have in them is almond butter, pumpkin puree, raw honey, old-fashioned rolled oats, vanilla Shakeology, and pumpkin pie spice.
Yeah.
I
It's
never knew.
easy to make, 5 minutes to make. Put them in the freezer, and then they get all kind of, hardened, and then delish.
You know what's so awesome about that? It 'tis the season for pumpkin, and like
Yes.
it's my
Oh.
favorite. Like I love all things pumpkin. Put it in my coffee, put it in my dessert, put it anywhere. So like that's a great substitute. Like Thanksgiving Day, skip the pumpkin pie, which is usually store bought or something
and
like
it's
that,
so
and loaded
sweet.
with sugar and salt and
Yeah.
calories, and just make those. Like I would feel so much better about eating a couple of those or letting Dom
And
mow those
you know
down.
what's really
Yeah,
interesting about
exactly.
this against pumpkin pie? Just 2 of these spice balls against a typical serving of pumpkin pie is half the calories
That's
of a slice
awesome.
of pie, and you would not believe how high in sodium pumpkin pie is.
Yeah.
So
And
it's lower
sugar,
in
I bet,
sodium.
no? I mean,
This is
sugar's gotta
lower
be-
in sugar,
yeah.
way lower in sugar, like
Yeah.
a third.
So
Than
this
pumpkin
stuff's
pie.
great because it's like, listen. I think if anyone were to eat these things, you're getting the health without
Yeah.
getting the.
You don't
the-
feel
the side
deprived
effects.
at all.
Exactly.
I think
Using
it's
whole
very
food
creative
ingredients,
too.
it's
Yeah.
I mean,
fantastic.
why same old, same old? I mean, I'm tired of pumpkin pie. It's just boring and too sweet.
Exactly.
Thank you, Autumn, for joining us on this episode of Inside Shakeology.
Thank you, Autumn.
Yes, thank you guys for having me back.
So all the recipes that you saw today can be found, as well as other recipes, at Shakeology.com.
And for other Shakeology topics, you can go to Inside Shakeology audio podcast on iTunes.
And for all things Shakeology, make sure you subscribe to the Shakeology YouTube channel. And if you have any questions and any topics that you want us to cover next time, Darin and I will try to tackle them. But you can send an email to shakeologypanel@beachbody.com.
Oh my gosh, hurry up.
I
I,
want
need
one
to
to
eat
dig
some
in.
of this stuff. You
Can we
know
do
what?
it? Can we do it?
Let's do it. Eat. Hey, look it. I got stuff. These are really good.